Elizabeth Barton with Creative Interiors is here. And I said, today we're doing all letter B's, so we are going to make something beautiful today. What did you bring us?
Well, today I just brought in a few fabrics. I kind of wanted to talk about what the benefits are this day and age when you've got so much online shopping available, the benefits of coming actually to a fabric store like ours to take a look at the in-stock fabrics, and then of course all the samples that we have that we can order.
Okay.
Obviously, probably the most obvious answer would be shipping costs. When you come to a fabric store, other than the benefits of supporting local businesses and family-owned businesses, you also are not having to pay shipping costs like you would online. But beyond just the monetary savings, which you get most of the time that anytime you buy from a store versus an online store, because we're able to stock the fabrics. There are also some other issues like when you're talking about fabrics, like the hand and the texture of the fabrics themselves. I brought an example. These two, very similar.
Yes.
Very similar fabrics when you're just looking at them. So say you were looking online and you just had a picture of these fabrics. There's a slight difference in the weave and you'd be able to see that. But
yes,
if you feel them, there is a big difference in the hand and the texture and how they feel.
Oh, very different.
So if you're talking about reupholstering a piece of furniture or something like that, the way it feels is going to be very important.
Yes.
Against your skin and whatnot. And so a lot of times you don't get that from looking at a picture online. So you can come in and actually touch the samples, touch the fabrics that we have in stock, and see what you're getting and the content of the fabritic.
That would probably be the first thing I would think of, is I'd want to see it because
touch and feel, that tactile connection that you're going to have with anything you're going to use in your home.
Yes.
Also, beyond that is color. Most people know that on the computer, color can get distorted, so it's not an accurate display of color. I brought in a couple of fabrics here. Reds, in particular, are very difficult to match, and this one has a sheen to it, which a lot of drapery weight fabrics and stuff, might have that. And seeing how it reacts in the light is going to make a big difference on the color and how it's going to look in your home.
And if you're trying to match up against something you already have,
which is why I brought in the trim. With something like this that has so many different color tones to it, you can see that it would be easily, mismatched if you were, this is quite orangey.
With the red, right.
But as a picture online, you might see it and it looks quite red, but it's real orangey as far as that thread in there, along with the other colors. The other one I brought in is this one, a very pretty fabric that we have in stock here. And this color, is an example of something that you might see online and think it looks orange, or it could look brown, depending on,
the picture.
The picture, exactly. But in person, you can see it's kind of goldish, almost like a camel tone. But I think it's also a good example of how, you might see a picture and not really be able to tell what the color is.
Well,
and then the texture too.
The texture, everything, and I do agree, seeing it in person makes it a lot different. So let's let everybody know where they can come to see it in person.
Absolutely. We're at 5280 Scottsville Road, and if you'd like to call or set up an appointment, we offer interior design services on top of the retail. We're also doing shutters and window film, and we do window screens and things like that. So you can find us 5280 Scottsville Road, and you could also call us at 270-781-7379.
All right, they've got a great team out there at Creative Interiors. Thank you so much for coming in. All right.